Will we see Cristiano Ronaldo on the list again? Once again, a Dave's finalist, flying, maintaining this performance, this level?
We know how other organisms work.
Obviously, I always think first about my club and my national team.
Awards are something that comes after having had a good season for both the club and the country.
I don't think about it much, to be honest. I think things happen naturally.
As I said, of the 54 goals I scored, there may be a lot of that way of saying that it is in Saudi Arabia, it is easier. But all football professionals know that it is difficult to score goals, both here and in Portugal, in Spain, in Italy. It's difficult. The goal is a goal. And in a way, I feel even more proud of having won, and of Haaland, MBAPPÉ, and you can too. It bothers me that people talk about Saudi Arabia as a championship with little visibility. For example, the recent Budapest winner, Lionel Messi, played last year in the United States, which also has no visibility in European football. Do these comparisons bother me? I'm already used to it. I know how these organizations work, but to be honest, I didn't see the best installment, but it was controversial.
I think in some ways these awards are losing a bit of credibility, in my opinion.
You have to analyze the entire season. It's not that I stopped saying with Messi, neither Haaland nor even Mbappé himself deserved it. I just don't believe in these awards anymore. I do not want to say that.
It's because the block soccers win.
But they were facts. They were numbers. The numbers don't lie. They can't take this trophy away from me because it is a reality, so it still makes me happier. Because I know that numbers don't lie. The numbers are facts, and that makes me extremely happy.
Well, friends, this video is part of the interview in which Cristiano Ronaldo talks about the Ballon d'Or and the best award. Because what you have just seen was a Cristiano Ronaldo, where they tell him that if it bothers him that Arabia is referred to as a tournament with less visibility, for example Lionel Messi, if he recently won the best FIFA men's player and played almost all year in the United States, and the United States League does not have the same visibility. That is where Cristiano Ronaldo says that he already knows how it all works, whether it is throwing a lot of facts and completely slams the Ballon d'Or and FIFA the best, even downplaying the importance. He end up humiliating them. Cristiano Ronaldo is clearly a sane person who understands and who knew that Messi was going to be given it. I don't know which person was taken by surprise by this. I don't understand how the fans of Messi come and tell you that Ronaldo is crying, as if it was a surprise. We all knew that they were going to give it to him. On the contrary, we ended up realizing how they were completely slammed when Messi, just as the interviewers say here, he got to the MLS, and at PSG he ended up getting booed, But well, that's not all they say about Cristiano Ronaldo. There is another part of the interview where they ask Cristiano Ronaldo if we will see him winning the Ballon d'Or and the best award, and here Cristiano Ronaldo answers them and tells them that he knows well how these organisms work. Obviously, I always think first about the club and then the national team. The awards come after a good season with the club and with the national team. Honestly, I don't think about it too much. Now, what can you say about this about Cristiano? I think Cristiano obviously wants to win everything. For Cristiano Ronaldo when he start this career, because to see awards like the Ballon d'Or or the best that didn't exist before were awards that he wanted to get. Obviously, he wants to get as many titles and awards as possible because he works to win everything. I'm 100% sure of that, seeing how he works. Obviously, it's not like Cristiano is going to be very worried about this because he has already won everything that he can. Although it's true, I've already shown you how Cristiano Ronaldo cried at the second Ballon d'Or. It really is an award that can show the effort that Cristiano has had, and that where I would not be surprised that next year, if Cristiano Ronaldo, for example, won the Euro Cup, and if he would score more than 50 goals. Because I am completely sure that he can do 80 goals without problems in this year. He is going to reach 900 goals and more. So we could see if the FIFA are congruent, or if the Ballon d'Or try to give the award to Cristiano, because if they don't give it to him by winning the Euro Cup, for example, where would be again the congruence with Messi's awards? It would be noticed a lot the favoritism. But in the background, and being completely honest, I would like Cristiano Ronaldo to win those awards and don't accept it, because I think that Cristiano does not close the door to redeem these awards. But it would be very unfair if they wanted to use Cristiano now, just to redeem what they are doing. They have lost credibility. Well, just when Cristiano was asked about this too in this interview, he said that he doesn't want to say that Messi doesn't deserve the award, nor that Haaland or Mbappé simply don't deserve the award. He doesn't believe in them anymore. I mean, it's something completely compatible. He worked very hard for years, and he's realized in these last 4 years that it's been extremely blatant. And that again, we've said it. These awards don't have an explicit requirement or a list of things to give them awards. It's always what Messi did better in the year. If he did something, and they give it to him. When they can't give it to him, they try to find another way to find a winner. But they always try to give it to Messi first, unless they can't find an argument. But this year, it's just ridiculous. And that's why Cristiano Ronaldo says that the Ballon d'Or and the best are losing credibility. We have to analyze the whole season, and that's exactly what they didn't do this year. This was probably the most pathetic Ballon d'Or since 2010. I'm going to wait to see if they publish in a video the whole interview so I can put it up. But while I'm reading what came out, at least in the newspaper, and what could be known, I think that Ronaldo deep down, he would like to win all of this, but he knows that they don't want to give it to him. In other words, that's all. Ronaldo just had to come out with the facts and say that they don't want me to win it. Do you remember that gala when he said, "I'm going to continue to be here"? And it seems that from that moment on they said, "You know what, Cristiano, we don't want you here anymore." And Cristiano said it clearly, even if many don't want him. He was going to continue to be there, but he already realized that they have done the impossible for those who deserve the least to be there. Because even MBAPPÉ being in France, how can he be in these awards is simply unbelievable. How they have turned the French league into a super league when they have really shown them to be here. Tell me a Niza player that you know, and that above all, you think a team from Arabia would like to sign. I would like to sign him. You think an Arabian team would be dying to have a player from Niza? I think that even if they are French and whatever, some of these players are not very far from the level of the Arabs. I don't even think they're above it. And that's why then in this interview Ronaldo talks about scoring goals. And he says that for those who know what this is about, scoring goals in Spain, in Italy and everywhere is completely difficult. Scoring 54 goals, and especially the kind of goals that Cristiano scored, we've already said that before. I mean, you see the level of Cristiano and Cristiano Ronaldo that doesn't look like he is about to turn 39. He doesn't look like he's anywhere near that age. Nobody in history has ever been able to reach these levels that Cristiano Ronaldo have, and Cristiano playing football at this level with that age is simply spectacular. But it is normal. I understand that many people don't want to see it that way, but the level of Cristiano in his prime was so high. He was so many steps above the rest that today at nearly 39 years old, he is still better than the best at this moment, although it hurts many people, and I'm not really talking about potential. I think that maybe a Mbappé or Vinicius could do better because they are entering their prime as a fantastic players and obviously they are younger. But as Cristiano said in the last interview at the Globe Soccer Awards, it seems incredible to him to be able to surpass Haaland at 39 years old. And that's because Cristiano in Manchester City would have these numbers, and that's the difference. We can't just be looking at the potential because Mbappé, he's not really showing his potential in Europe. Mbappé hasn't won the Champions League with PSG. And if we are even fair, and we criticize things well, Mbappé should not even be in the round of 16 in the Champions League. Then you see how they inflate Bellingham in the Spanish league. And you know perfectly well that all the goals and everything Bellingham did, Cristiano could do it with one leg. Yes, I think he is very good, but Cristiano is still better than Bellingham. Cristiano is better than Haaland, and he's still lightning fast. The problem here is the teams in Europe like Bayern, Chelsea and Arsenal. They missed the chance of their lives to be smart enough and to be able to say that in their teams played the best player in history, both of them. All three teams will have been given the opportunity either to Bayern to win yet another Champions League, because when they could sign Cristiano, there was still Nagelsmann, and they simply lacked someone to score goals. Chelsea, when Graham Potter was around, played some pretty good football and just lacked someone to score goals. If they had him, they wouldn't be in the trouble they are now and could be competing for the Premier and for the Champions without any problems. And Arsenal probably wouldn't have lost the Premier League last season. I don't know if they could compete in the Champions League because Arsenal don't really have spectacular football or really great players. I really think they've wasted money, but that's a topic for another video, and I don't really think Arteta is even reaching Klopp's level. But then, just the last Premier League with Cristiano Ronaldo, they really wouldn't have lost it. Cristiano Ronaldo, if he is a current player who is fighting for everything and who is not exaggerating at all, because he is also being asked again about his retirement, and he simply says he is living day by day. He may be 38 years old today, and if he wants to retire at the end of the season, if he feels that way, he's going to do it, as he believes and says in his words, that he can last 2 or 3 more years. So he is going to do what he feels he has to do. He will do what he feels he has to do. He's not denying that. He wants to win more titles. But I think what he's trying to convey is that he's going to look to win things by enjoying the moment right now, every game. And as long as he's enjoying it, he's going to keep doing it as well. Cristiano Ronaldo talks about his retirement. And well, he says apart, he is proud to beat MBAPPÉ, Harry Kane and Haaland. That Saudi Arabia won the hosting of the World Cup means that the tournament will continue to grow for the next 10 years at least. And this is something that people are not considering. My friend's Cristiano Ronaldo. Yes, he's not going to play 10 more years, but half of this time he's going to be able to be there. And he believes that in 2 or 3 years, Saudi Arabia will be at the top of the principal leagues. And I made a video in my other channel talking about it. Actually, Ronaldo at the Globe Soccer Awards talked about how just today he was comparing Saudi League to the French League, and that they were superior to the French League in his opinion. We made a video to talk about these words, because it's not just that I don't think they're crazy. It seems to me that Cristiano Ronaldo is even being humble with this comparison, because in that video I showed you how a league is not only made up by having just PSG, for example. Also, a league is made by the teams and rivals that compete with you in the same league. We even made a video of Mourinho going to a team like Al-Shabaab and what he could deliver. We would have not only 4 top teams, but 6 or even 7, because remember that Al-Tawan has been fighting this year. So that's why Cristiano Ronaldo doesn't get off this train by saying that I deserve to win titles like the best or the Ballon d'Or, making it clear that he doesn't believe in them and that he doesn't care about them at all, because he is in a project in a league that is not the MLS at all. That even the same month, it has been said that it wasn't Arabia because he can't cope with the same competition. Messi himself has already portrayed his own fans, but that's the subject for another video. The point is that actually Cristiano is not even saying that they are going to beat the Premier League when maybe they could do more because they have a lot more of money. The Premier League is a much more complicated issue. They are going to try to do things in the best way possible. So Cristiano Ronaldo is not lying to anyone. He's not even lying to himself. When he said he didn't want to retire in Dubai or in Qatar or in MLS, he meant that he wants to end with dignity. And for him, dignity is finishing in a top-level league. So he is finishing his career in this league, knowing that he is retiring in a league that aspire to talk one-on-one with leagues like the Spanish League, the Premier League, and the Serie A. So it's like he sees himself finishing in Saudi Arabia, like retiring in a Serie A or in a top league. That's why when they ask him here in the interview if he would go to Sporting, he said it doesn't make sense. And it's because the Portuguese league is inferior to what this project represents. And the Portuguese league doesn't have the money to make it grow to the level of the Premier League, or even Serie A or Bundesliga. If the Portuguese league had this kind of project, he would be in the Portuguese league today. Just as I tell you, if he could be in Real Madrid today, Ronaldo would be playing in Real Madrid. That is absolutely true. But Florentino Perez doesn't want him for personal terms. And all what we are seeing in Arabia is because of the big clubs that didn't want Cristiano. Because if Ronaldo had never arrived in Arabia, we wouldn't be seeing this explosion, maybe in the future, but at least not at this moment. He is not going to play without feeling he is the best. He wants to stop when he feels this is over. So my friends, the best player in history has spoken. And he only say factos. Remember to follow this channel. Don't forget to share and comment down below, because we'll see you in the next video.